If you or someone you love is over 60, you know that air travel can feel more like an endurance test than the start of a relaxing vacation. The long walks through sprawling terminals, the chaotic rush of boarding, the cramped seats, it can be physically and mentally exhausting. But what if I told you that a much smoother, more comfortable journey is not only possible, but it's often completely free? Airlines have a whole suite of complimentary services specifically designed to assist senior travelers. But there's a catch. They rarely advertise them. We're talking about personal escorts through the airport, priority boarding to avoid the crowds, better seats with more legroom, and even help with your luggage. Most people never use these services simply because no one ever tells them they can ask. Today, that changes. Welcome to Trip Hack Hub, your trusted guide to traveling smarter, spending less, and experiencing more. In this episode, we're unveiling 15 complimentary airline services that can completely transform the travel experience for seniors. These aren't just minor perks, they are game changers that can reduce stress, improve comfort, and ensure your trip starts and ends on a high note. Here's the hidden truth you need to understand. These services aren't just random acts of kindness. Many are built directly into airline policies, often to comply with accessibility regulations and to ensure the safety and well-being of all passengers. They exist to make air travel feasible for people with varying levels of mobility and different needs. However, airlines operate on a tight schedule and a tight budget. They rarely offer these services proactively because it requires coordinating staff and resources. The unofficial rule is, if you don't ask, you don't get. This means countless travelers are overpaying for comfort, struggling through unnecessary physical strain, or feeling an immense amount of avoidable stress. Knowing what to ask for is your key to unlocking a better journey. Before we dive in, a quick question for you. Have you or a family member ever felt overwhelmed at the airport and wished for a little extra help, but weren't sure what was available or how to ask? Share your experience in the comments below. I reply to every single one, and your stories help our community travel better. Our first and most impactful hack is requesting wheelchair and airport assistance. Now let's be clear. You do not need to be a daily wheelchair user to qualify for this. If the idea of walking a mile or more through a massive airport terminal sounds daunting, if you have difficulty standing in long lines, or if you simply want to conserve your energy for your destination, this service is for you. It provides a personal escort from the moment you arrive at check-in through the security checkpoint all the way to your departure gate. They'll also be there when you land to help you get to baggage claim or your connecting flight. The key is to request it at least 48 hours in advance when you book your ticket or by calling the airline. While last-minute requests can often be accommodated, booking ahead guarantees a seamless experience. Hack number 2 is priority boarding. The general boarding process can be a frantic rush, with everyone jockeying for overhead bin space. By requesting priority boarding, seniors and often one travel companion can board the plane before the main groups. This means you get to walk down a calm, empty aisle, find your seat without pressure, and get settled in comfortably. There's no rushing, no stress, and no one bumping into you with their bags. Simply approach the gate agent before boarding begins and politely ask if you can pre-board. Next up, let's talk about comfort. Hack number 3 is securing extra legroom seats. Ask the gate agent for a seat in the bulkhead row, that's the row right behind a cabin wall or an exit row. These seats can offer an additional 4 to 8 inches of space, which makes a world of difference on any flight, especially a long one. When you ask, be clear and polite about your needs. You can say something like, for mobility and comfort, would it be possible to get a seat with a bit more legroom, like a bulkhead seat? Agents have the power to reassign seats to accommodate passenger needs, and a polite request goes a long way. On that note, hack number 4 is getting those pesky seat selection fees waived. Many airlines now charge extra to pick your seat in advance. However, if you have a specific need, these fees can often be waived. For example, if you need an aisle seat for easier access to the restroom, or a seat near the front of the plane for a quick exit, explain this to the airline representative when you book or to the agent at the airport. Frame it as an accessibility need, not just a preference. Hack number 5 is ordering a free special meal. Standard airline food isn't always suitable for everyone's dietary needs. Airlines offer a wide variety of complimentary special meals, including low-sodium, diabetic-friendly, gluten-free, vegetarian, kosher, or halal options. You can add this request during the booking process online or by calling the airline up to 48 hours before your flight. A great bonus is that special meals are often served first, so you can eat and relax while others are still waiting. Now for an essential hack for modern travel in 2026. Staying connected the moment you land. One of the most common mistakes travelers make is arriving in a new country with no cellular data. That means no access to maps, no way to call a ride, no contact with your hotel, and no ability to translate a sign or menu. It's an instant recipe for stress. The fix is simple. Set up an eSIM before you even leave home. An eSIM is a digital SIM card that's already built into most modern smartphones. Here's how it works. You download a data plan from a provider, scan a QR code, or install it via their app, and activate it in your phone's settings. You can do all of this while you're still on your home Wi-Fi. Then the moment your plane lands, you simply toggle off airplane mode and you are instantly online. It allows you to navigate, book rides, and communicate without getting lost or overpaying for expensive airport taxis. We personally use and recommend providers like Saili and Air Wilo for their reliability and broad global coverage. I'm curious, have you ever been stuck in that no data situation after landing? Or are you already an eSIM convert? Let us know your story in the comments. Alright, let's keep going with more free services. If you use a portable oxygen concentrator, you can absolutely bring it on board, but you must notify the airline at least 48 hours ahead with the approved device model. Next, never struggle with a heavy carry-on. Lifting bags into the overhead bin can cause injury. Flight attendants are there to help ensure safety, so don't hesitate to ask for assistance. Feeling too cold or too hot, the cabin crew can often adjust the temperature in different zones of the plane. Ask for an extra blanket or for the air to be adjusted. And if you get hungry or thirsty between services, press your call button or take a short walk to the galley. Staying hydrated and keeping your energy up is crucial, especially if you need to take medication at a specific time. On long-haul flights, you can also ask for a complimentary toiletry kit. They usually contain an eye mask, socks, a toothbrush, and lip balm, small comforts that make a big difference. If you have a tight connection, request connecting flight assistance. They can arrange for a cart to whisk you to your next gate, preventing a stressful sprint across the airport. And what about a long layover? Politely ask the airline staff about lounge access. While it's not guaranteed, sometimes agents can accommodate seniors if the lounge isn't full. A quiet seat, complimentary snacks, and a clean restroom can make a huge difference. Finally, don't forget about entertainment. If your screen isn't working or you forgot headphones, ask the crew. They often have extra sets or even tablets to lend out on longer flights. And the one everyone hopes for, a last-minute upgrade. It happens more often than you think. If a flight has open seats in a premium cabin, agents are sometimes empowered to move passengers for operational reasons or for comfort. The key is to arrive early, be exceptionally polite, and clearly explain your need for more space or comfort. It's never a guarantee, but a kind request at the right time can lead to a wonderful surprise. So let's recap the key takeaway. All of these services, from wheelchair assistance and priority boarding to special meals, extra legroom, and help with your bags, exist to improve your safety, reduce your stress, and make travel more accessible and comfortable. They are your right as a traveler, but they only work if you take the initiative and ask. Remember to be polite, be clear about your needs, and ask well in advance whenever possible. We've placed links to our recommended travel tools, including our favorite eSIM providers, Airline and Say, in the description box below. Using these links won't cost you a single penny extra, but it does provide a small commission that helps us continue creating helpful content for this channel. We appreciate your support. If this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button to join our Trip Hack Hub community. And before you go, we have one last question for you. What is one thing you wish airlines would do to make travel easier for seniors? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Now, check out the next video we've handpicked for you. Safe travels!